Sports Talk with the Cowboy.
Welcome and thanks for riding with the Cowboy. Well, tonight we're getting ready for the NFL Draft, the 25th, 26th, 27th of April. And our Tampa Bay Buccaneers will select 26th in the first round. A lot of conjecture on who's going to be picked, what we need, who's going to be the player left when the 26th pick comes. Will the Bucs trade up? Will they trade down? We don't know yet. Hadn't got to the point to know. We won't know until Thursday night when it gets to number 26 unless Jason Light trades up to get one of the linemen or defensive ends that we're looking at to try to get. But who knows who we're going to pick. Other than that, no major news other than Will Golston, the 12-year veteran of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, was re-signed before the OTAs, which started yesterday. So these are official OTAs, so all the players are with each other in some drills. And Will Golston was out there. So Will Golston is now being re-signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And so Will Golston is a new arrival, but a very welcome one after 12 years with us. He'll play a pivotal role on the defensive line, because we've lost Shaq Barrett, as you know. We got Yaya Danby, we got Joe Tryon, Nelson, and the same guys we had last year. But it's good to have him back with Vita Vea. He knows the program. He'll be good for the young guys when we get him drafted. Other than that, no real major news. Everyone Buck Place preparing for the draft like every other team in football is. Next week, we'll get you a little bit more up to date on who's going to be picked. We know Caleb Williams is going first to the Bears. The Commanders from Washington gets the second pick, whether it be Jalen Daniels from LSU, whether it be Drake May from North Carolina, we don't know yet. One of them two for sure. And then the New England Patriots will be on the clock, and one don't get picked number 2. He's going to go number 3. So we're going pretty good at the first 3 or 4. But when you get down to number 26, you don't know what might happen. Okay? We'll keep you posted as well as we can on the Bucs. As far as the Tampa Bay Lightning are concerned, they made the playoffs. They're going into the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs against the Florida Panthers out of Miami. It's going to be a tough series. It starts next Tuesday night. Tonight, the tape of this show is our last regular season game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Don't get yourself hurt. We got a big series coming with the Florida Panthers next week. Winner goes on, loser goes home. Tampa Bay Lightning in the playoffs. Continue to be the Thunder for our Lightning. We need them. Need them now. It's playoff hockey time in Tampa Bay. We've made the tournament now. We got to make it to the Cup. So it's going to be a tough situation starting next Tuesday against the Florida Panthers, our in-state rival. That's about what's going on with the Tampa Bay Lightning. As far as the Tampa Bay Rays are concerned, tonight they play the Texas Rangers. It's a pivotal game in the 4-game series. If we win it, we've won 2, we've lost 2. We're 9-8. If we come out of there tonight 10-8, that'll be a good thing. As far as the Rays are concerned, it's the first of the season, 162 games. We're a long way to go, but we're going to try to stay 500. Nobody's running away with it in our division. And we got a long way to go with 162 games, with only 18 of them in. But we'll keep you posted on that. Scotty Schaufer won the Masters up in Augusta this week. She was a beautiful course, as it always is, the greatest golf match of the year tournament in Augusta. And it was a well-attended, good weather, great crowd, great action. And congratulations to him to be the Master Champ. It's the second time in his career to be the Master Champ. And this week they'll be up in Canada at the Royal Canadian Bank Tournament starting Thursday. As far as racing this week, NASCAR will be in Talladega. We'll see what happens on the Super Speedway. Everybody's looking forward to getting there. After last week and William Byron's win in Texas, this week in Talladega, Alabama at the Super Speedway. We'll see how the speeds go and how many wrecks there'll be, and there'll be plenty in the restricted plate track race. Well, I'll be watching that. And now we're going to go to the questions. And the first question tonight's from Pam. And Pam wanted what I thought of the birth of Baker Mayfield's first child. I think it's a great thing for Baker Mayfield. We appreciate that, Pam. It's a wonderful thing. You ask about Baker Mayfield's first child, which was born in Tampa last week, little girl. And it was a great thing, and congratulations to him and his wife. And I'm glad they've got a place permanent for the next few years for the child, and that was what they were looking forward to. So, a great question, Pam. The next question is from Ann, and Ann wanted to know about USF and about breaking of the ground during homecoming next year for the stadium. And Ann, you keep us up on the USF Bulls, and they do get to have that groundbreaking at homecoming next year in the football season to start building their new home stadium on the grounds of their campus. And Ann, that's a big moment, and we'll be covering it when it gets here. And the next one's from Phil, and Phil want to know what our chances are against the Florida Panthers. It's going to be tough, Phil. Depends on what Tampa Bay Lightning shows up team and how many injuries we have. Right now, we don't have any injuries to note, but we don't want nobody banged up tonight in a meaningless game against the Maple Leafs. We just don't want it, okay? We need everybody healthy to this series because they're going to play each other every night. They're going to learn a lot about each other. By the time it's over with, it's going to be taxing anytime you get into these hockey series. So we're hoping that there's nobody injured, and right now there isn't. And God bless you for your question, Phil. DJX, what you got for me tonight?
Well, Cowboy, you know what it is. Let's get right off into it, buddy. All right. 49ers shut down Steelers trade talks for Brandon Ayuk.
Well, the Steelers wanted to trade for Brandon Ayuk, and Brandon Ayuk's a great receiver of the 49ers. They didn't want no part of it. Steelers wasn't going to give them near enough of what they wanted. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I'm sure the Steelers said, look, there's great receivers in the draft. We'll give you one of our top picks. You can get one of those receivers. And the 49ers say, Ayuk's only been in the league 3 years. He's a great receiver now. Why would we get rid of him?
Right. I got you. Yeah. All right. Daniel Jeremiah dubbed Kool-Aid McKinstry as the best cornerback fit for the 49ers in the draft.
Kool-Aid McKinstry, he looks good out there running. He runs with the receivers well. He's like a lot like Carlton Davis, one of our quarterback we got rid of the lines. He's not a great tackler. And he's a pretty good interceptor. He's got a good size on him, good speed on him. He's been a freshman playing in Alabama, played all 4 years. Mm-hmm. He's a great quarterback in what they think it is, but I have to see him in the pro level. I didn't see enough great tackles. I did see a good cornerback. All the receivers that are coming out high say he's the best cornerback that covered him in football. Mm-hmm. So I'll have to take him on what they said. So maybe he is a good fit for him.
Maybe he is, huh?
Maybe he is. We'll have to see.
We'll know. We have to see. Check him out. All right. Dolphins scheduled pre-draft visits with 2 wide receiver prospects. You know who they are?
Not offhand, no.
Me neither.
There's about 15 top playing wide receivers in this draft. Mm-hmm. I would suspect 8 in the first round and about 7 in the second. So there's some great receivers out there from Washington and Oklahoma and Alabama and, of course, Michigan. There's some great receivers out there in this draft in both rounds. So, and you can only schedule so many. So, and they really don't need much help in the receiving situation down there with the Dolphins with Tyreek Hill.
Right. All right. For my final. Former New York Giants special teams ace Cam Brown signs with Dolphins.
That's good because we got the new kickoff this year. They're going to the USFL kickoff where everybody stays in one position and the ball gets kicked. And when the guy catches it, they can go. Mm-hmm. So this is going to give the kick returner a great ability to get on up the field because they're not going to be down there on top of him. In the old days, they were standing right in front of him, almost breathing on him when he caught it. Mm-hmm. And that ain't going to be the case now.
Right.
He catches it, they ain't even started running. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So these kickoff returners this year in the NFL is going to be good because
they're going to be something.
It's going to be a little bit different.
Right on. All right. Well, that's what I got for you tonight, Cowboy.
Well, thank you, DJX, and God bless you for your questions.
All right.
God bless each and every one of you for continued support. Send us your questions on the comments. Continue to share us with your friends. And be kind to your neighbor. We need a lot more love in this world than we do hate, and good more than evil. Until next show, God bless you, Cowboy out.
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?